Welcome to the Princess Talks. Nice to see you here today, once again. Today's show is called Simply Remembering, for obvious reasons. Well, today is a very somber day, or at least a few minutes were earlier in the day. It is Remembrance Day. We are remembering those who've given up so much, the ultimate sacrifice, their lives. I know some people feel that having this day condones war. Well, I'm not here to argue either way. However, I'd like to say, what better way to honor those who have given up so much for us than to remember them on this special day? Well, those of us who celebrate it, good for you. Those veterans and their families and friends, they do appreciate it. It's a shame. I was told that, or it's quite obvious that none of the men and women from World War I is still amongst us. That's a shame. And the ones from World War II and other wars, they're dwindling by the numbers. Their numbers are going down, which is unfortunate. We need to continue the trend, or at least, hopefully, it will be continued. War is not a pretty thing. It's ugly. It's unfortunate that we have to have war. Yes, I'm not here to say it's necessary or it's not. I'm simply saying war is ugly. No matter how you look at it, people die. People's lives have been changed forever. However, I'm not here to make a political statement at all. I'm simply saying war is not a nice thing. And I understand at times some might say it is necessary. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, I went to church and it was wonderful as usual on Remembrance Day. You know, we had members of the Queen's Own Rifle there, and each time you hear that music, do-do-do-do, sorry, it just brings chills to your spine, or at least it does to mine. I saw young cadets on the street at the corner of Bloor Church, and you know, some of them are probably 16 or 17, could be younger, and they look so happy. They look splendid in their uniform. And I think, gosh, just think, not that long ago these kids were going to war. Many never returned. How unfortunate. Anyway, today's show is not all about sadness and war, but I will say I'm glad I did. I went to church and celebrated, and I always will do this on Remembrance Day. This is the least I can do. Okay, so I salute you. Okay, let's move on. Next topic. President Barack Obama. I will say this. Congratulations. I've already tweeted to you, but again, congrats. And I hope this next 4 years we will see changes and transformation. But remember, the president can only do so much, considering what he was left with. Well, I'm not here to talk about politics again, so moving right along. Congratulations, President Obama. And yes, that turkey will be coming to you if you so desired. Next topic, Mr. Donald Trump. I don't care what your political affiliation is, really I don't. You know, it's a free country. This is why countries like Canada, England, the United States, parts of the Caribbean, or maybe all of it, parts of Africa, it's free. It's a democracy. It's great. But I take issue. You know, you've done things over the years, and many of us said, you know, just ranting and raving, he's a lunatic, blah, blah, blah. I'm not here to call your names. I'm just saying. But you crossed the line. I understand, you know, you're upset like many Republicans and others are upset that President Obama was reelected, and that's fine. That's their right to be upset. That is your right to be upset or disappointed. But you've crossed the line. You're calling people, you've insulted Brian Williams. The man might be a little bit stiff, but to say he's a dummy, that's just rude, outright rude. I'm just wondering, what's your home life like? What's your wife doing? What's her name, Milani? Sorry if I get your name wrong, honey. Sweetie, you need to rein in your man, because he is a loose cannon. You need to speak to him when he comes home in the evening after a rough day at the office, because I'm sure, you know, given his business, he's probably had some rough days. sweetie, you need to be good to that man. You meet him at the door, give him a kiss, give him a hug, rub his tummy, maybe rub his forehead. You know what I mean. I'm just saying perhaps Mr. Trump is not getting enough loving, so he's miserable and frustrated. That happens to men sometimes when they're frustrated. See, women, we have a different attitude about not getting enough loving. We cook, we clean, we do our nails, if we go for a run, we go to a Pilates class, yoga class, call our mom, our girlfriends. Men, they get grumpy, and some get downright nasty. So I'm thinking this is what's happening to Mr. Donald Trump. Seriously, I was thinking, I made a video to Mr. Trump, and I was serious. People think I'm crazy, but we don't care what you think. I know I'm quite sane. I'm seriously thinking, I don't want your money, because if you're so rude and behaving in such an irrational manner, getting so bent out of shape over something that you have no control over, what else? What's next? I'm a woman of principle. So you know, Mr. Donald Trump? Mr. Donald Trump, I do not want your money after all. No, I haven't gotten anybody else who's given me anything. That's okay. It's called principles, and I'm a very principled woman. So Mr. Trump, forget about me asking you for that $100,000. I don't want it anymore. Mark Cuban, well, that's another story. He can always offer me, and I'll take it. Yes, I can. You know, war, because of war, we think, especially in a day like this, we think people will be a little bit nicer, kinder, polite. Not so. After church, I walked to the corner store. Well, I had to cross anyway. And they had my lottery ticket. So I thought, well, I'm here, may as well check. So I walked in the store. There was one man in front of me. There were two. One left shortly after. One guy in front of me. He's chatting with the proprietor, the guy behind the counter. Nice Korean man. Well, I thought it was nice. Well, they're talking, and that's okay. I wasn't in a rush, you know, for once. Just for maybe that, just earlier, I was not in a rush. I waited patiently. And then he left, he cashed all his ticket, got his money, left. So it's my turn. I walked up, stone-faced. I said, oh, hi. I thought, gee. So I did my business and, you know, got my $10 winning. So I'm getting out the door. I turn to leave, and then there's a lady coming in, a white woman, with her dog. And she was polite enough, you know, she held the door for me, and I thought, how sweet, you know, I should be the one holding the door for you. And I heard Buddy over the counter, oh, hi, nice big greeting and smile. And I thought, wow, is it because of my beret, pretending to be French? Or is it because of, I'm not saying it. But I thought, you know, some of you shop owners or business owners, you have no sense of customer service, and I guess you have this attitude where you don't have to come to my shop. That's true, but it's sad, because you know what, if I tell 10 friends who tell 10 other friends, maybe they won't be going, and you know what, that's a lot of friends, that's a lot of people not going to your store. Let me tell you about customer service. Last weekend, for example, one of my girlfriends and I, we went to the mall, and we ended up at Wally World. Yeah, we call it Walmart. No disrespect meant. Wally World. So we went in the store, and there's these two young black men. You know, I wanted a toaster, and it wasn't there. And I looked, I double checked, triple checked, nothing. I went over and I said, excuse me, there's no more toaster there. And he's like, oh, you know what? They must be on this side, miss. I said, no, that's okay, I couldn't get it. They walked down, moved some more boxes, removed some of the toaster, and he handed me one. And I thought, you know what, I would have been fine with him simply saying, oh, it's over here, but, you know, gave it to me, not in a puppy kind of way, just here you go. And I thought, customer service. So then I went to the pharmacy, and I thought, I might as well get these vitamins. And I looked, and there was no vitamins. I thought, oh well. Mind you, the store is not completed. Like, there's still space. It's still under renovation, if that's what you call it, or if that's what they call it. So there's no vitamin. I thought, okay, the store isn't fully open anyway. So then there was a young woman, perhaps of Filipino persuasion, pretty woman, all made up, cute, probably 20s. I know, as I digress. And she said, oh, may I help you? She was just walking towards the pharmacy area, and I said, oh, I guess you don't have. And she's like, no, we don't, but I'll double check for you. She went on the computer and she checked. And I'm like, oh, it's okay, I want to go. And she checked some more, and I'm thinking, She said, oh, no, it's okay. She's like, no, I'll check. And she said, I'm so sorry. She apologized twice. She said, I'm so sorry. It's not in yet. It should be in by Wednesday. And I said, okay, I'll wait until Friday. She said, okay. And again, I'm sorry. And I'm thinking, you see, customer service. Okay, many Canadians, we say, oh, those Americans, they're so rude and obnoxious and in your face. And sometimes, yeah, you need to be in people's faces. This is why American companies are coming here and taking over and doing better business than we are. Yes, they have customer service. Our Canadian stores, we have nothing. It's like you go to their stores and you're bothering them. As a friend of mine, this black friend, a male, he went to this restaurant owned by this black man, and he wanted to get something to eat. And my friend, I know him, he's very polite. Sometimes you want to slap him, he's so polite. Foolish sometimes. And he's, hi, blah, and the man walked up and he's like, yeah, what do you want? And I'm thinking, oh my God. So my friend's like, you know what? I walked out. I said, good for you. So that's another thing. Some black businesses, you walk in Canada. I haven't been in the States for that. You walk up to them and you're like, hi, good morning. And they say, I'm thinking, oh my gosh. So the bottom line is customer service is poor across board in this country. It's disgusting. We need to stop it. As a black woman, I'm telling you, when I have my business, people will want to come home with me because they're going to be treated so well. Not to mention, I'm selling food. I want you to want my food. The fact that it tastes so damn good, you will want to come home with me. But the fact that I'm going to treat you so damn well, you will not want to just come to my store. You want to come home? You want to come home and live with me because you're going to be treated so darn well. So everybody, smarten up and treat people with respect when they come to your store, when they come to your business. I know, you go to McDonald's. When I was a teenager, perhaps long ago, perhaps not that long ago, the youngsters who worked there, they had manners, they had respect. You could ask them something, they were polite. These ones, they were just shove the mop on, well, in your face or something, or like, get out, don't ask us any question. You go to Canadian Tire, it's not my department, and you're thinking, oh my God, why are these people cross-trained? People with businesses, but I guess these businesses, they don't care. Canadian businesses, you better start caring, because guess what? The American companies or businesses that are coming here, they're making sure that their people are trained and bend over backwards to give their customers good service. Now, I'm not saying the customer is always right. No, they're not. And I'm going to tell you, when I have my business, they're not always right. However, I'm going to make sure I treat people with the utmost respect and want them to want my product, my pasta product. Anyway, I'm not here to rant. It's a beautiful day, and I'm going to make a beautiful roast for my dinner. Wish you could have some, huh? Well, everybody, until next week, this is the princess saying, have yourself a wonderful afternoon. Have yourself a great week. And please, take care of yourself and your loved ones. Au revoir, darling.